Ariel Cohen, Senior Fellow at the Atlantic Council. Well, let's stick to the facts that we know here. We have a plane that was crashed. There is video of it going down. The Civil Aviation Authority confirms Prigozhin is among the dead. Now, conspiracy theories were very quick out of the gate that he staged his own death or Putin ordered it. How hard is it to separate fact from fiction with this story?
The reports from the Russian Telegram channels suggest that this was a missile, most probably launched by the Russian military, sort of a payback for Prigozhin shooting down a couple of helicopters. What raises a question is, while I can understand why Putin went after Prigozhin, what about other people on that plane? What about the pilots and the flight attendant? But clearly, Prigozhin met his fiery end, and he lived violently, he died violently. Putin is sending a signal that anyone who crosses him will be killed.
What do we know about Prigozhin's movements in the past few days? Because it was only on Monday that there was a video posted to social media channels where he appeared to be in Africa. How old was that? Or what was he doing there? And now here we have him on a fateful flight from Moscow to St. Petersburg.
The report I saw was that the Wagner commanders, including Prigozhin, and the military commander and founder of Wagner, Dmitry Utkin, were all on the same flight. They came back from Africa. And actually, in Africa, the Wagner Group was involved in the successful coup in Niger, where the French influence in that uranium exporting country was replaced by the Russian influence. It is also highly significant that the BRICS conference in Africa is ongoing while Putin is signaling what kind of power practitioner he is to the Chinese, to the Africans, Indians, everybody else who is assembled in South Africa now.
So what's going to happen to the Wagner Group now?
This is a 64 trillion ruble question. There are Wagner assets in Africa. They were involved in successful coups as well as media, propaganda, running mining operations, including gold in Sudan and uranium elsewhere south of the Sahara, in Syria and in Belarus. So how successfully they integrate these assets into the Russian security structures remains an open question, as many fighters were loyal to Prigozhin himself.
Yeah, well, we had U.S. President Joe Biden back in July saying publicly that Prigozhin should be very careful about what he eats. So that was not long after that failed coup, and now it appears he is dead. What are the implications for other military leaders in Russia?
This is fascinating because not only Prigozhin led a capable, although extremely brutal, private military company, another military leader that is considered capable, General Surovikin, was in charge of that defense line that the Ukrainians have such a hard time breaching in the south. So Putin clearly puts loyalty above his military agenda, his geopolitical aspirations in the Middle East and Africa. So it's all about power, as always it is in Russia, but not only in Russia.
Just a few seconds remaining, Ariel. How solid is Putin's rule after this incident? Firmer or perhaps a little looser?
In the short term, it's firmer because not only he got rid of Prigozhin and fired and possibly jailed some of the suspicious generals, he also put an extremist nationalist figure, Igor Girkin, into jail, as well as arrested some liberal dissidents. So 4.5.
We're out of time, unfortunately, but thanks for joining us. Ariel Cohen there, Senior Fellow at the Atlantic Council on the untimely death of Yevgeny Prigozhin.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to get more content like this.